So today in Pinan, Nidan, we're going to look at the analysis of the middle section. So we're going to skip the analysis of this. And we're picking up the analysis from here. Okay? So everything from this move on that we've done today, we're going to put the battle scene in. Does that make sense? Alright. So let's see. Sensei Jane, can I borrow you? Let's do the kata facing this way. So I've done this movement, now I have a brand new person, a fresh bad guy to interact with. This fresh bad guy is going to do a left looping punch. As I move in, he throws his left looping punch, and I just cover. Yeah? So from here, the kata would look like this. The analysis looks more like this. Now my next move in the kata is a short cast stance with my left. But the analysis from here is step with my left so I can grab his limb. That's that. Once I have the limb, the next move is this right leg forward spear hand, right? So I'm here, and then the right leg comes forward, but I shoot my hand underneath his arm, grip, throw. There's my short cast stance on angle. This bad guy still needs one more move. So after my throw is this way, the right leg comes forward, the right hand is active, it slides underneath his arm, hooks his chin, and then I use his chin to pry against, making his arm go across my arm, causing him an arm bar to happen. Does that make sense? That's all one guy. One bad guy. Looping punch, cover, grab, shoot through, throw, lift on the throw, step, shoot underneath the shoulder, hook, you can grab hair too, hook chin, and then apply the arm bar. Alright, let's take a quick time out for a second, and let's take a step even farther away from the form. So can I grab you something like this? So the form, we're in a nice, clean, medium cast stance. We're starting with a chop. And then all of a sudden, from this position, the bad guy attacks. And then we're trying to do something that looks a little bit like this. And then we're grabbing. We're trying to make something look a little bit like this. And then we're doing the turn. And then we're trying to do our throw. And we're trying to kind of look like this. And then we're going to be doing this. And we're trying to look a little bit like short cast stance. But really, what's going on? This person's throwing a looping punch. Then we throw them with a hip throw. And then we lock out their arm. So if all we do is think about that, and we're just standing there, and he throws a looping punch, we go boom, and we throw this person, and they land, we're like smack, we got him on the arm. That's really, in essence, the battle scene that's probably happening. And then people put a little art behind it, little cool looking moves, some format, and all of a sudden you have something that looks a little bit different. Over time, after evolution, after polish. But if we do the Bunkai, and we want it to look like the form, you start making it a little more choppy to make it look more like the kata. Yeah? Thank you. Okay, time in. It's good to practice both. Make it a little more like a battle scene, practice some self-defense, and then make it look like the kata so you can link them together mentally. Let's go over the final arm lock. Let's have it on this side. So a couple things are going to help you on the final arm lock is when you do the throw, and you're here, I really lift. I need him to really be on his side. If he lays on his back, this arm bar that we're going to do is very difficult. But when he's on his side, it's helpful. When this hand slides underneath, instead of sliding from the high position, try to slide underneath the shoulder. And then, if you need to, adjust your angle and then go deep. Don't go shallow. That's not going to work. Go get a good bite. And then from this position, you have this rotation that you can do to help line up the arm lock. And now as I straighten my arm against his face and pull on the other one, we have a legit arm bar. So, thank you. If they're really on their side, that makes it possible. So that's step one. Step two is make sure you have a good entry angle and go under their shoulder. Step three is get a good bite. And then there should be solid adjustment rotation. All right, a couple more minutes. So we did this, right? in the kata, and so now we have to do this next sequence. That's what we practiced today, up to there. So let's talk about what those moves might be. So I'm in this position, or just naturally facing this way, and somebody from my right corner comes and puts their hands on my neck, both of them like a choke. So I'm gonna turn in the kata, short cast stance, and do a chop. But the chop is just a windmill that controls both of their limbs. So I'm just wrapping up both of their arms. Then I'm gonna step with my left into the short cast stance, load my left hand and strike across to the neck. Then I'm gonna hook the neck and do a front knee strike and return into the short cast stance. So just in the air, if I simulate bad guy, windmill, chop, knee. One more time with the bad guy. Windmill, wrap up both arms, step, strike, hook, knee. Real quick side note, a lot of times when you do a chop and you strike, the forearm is the striking surface instead of the hand. But a lot of times in modern day karate, we look at the hand as the target or the striking surface. But a lot of times in reality, it's not. It's the forearm connected to the hand. So if I have your limbs, instead of trying to shoot though here, go ahead and whack them with the forearm. And just think about it. If I'm gonna whack this heavy bag with the blade of my hand versus the forearm, which do I feel like is gonna be nicer on myself? Well, the forearm, boom, that feels like it's pretty good. I use my hand, I'm like, I don't know if I wanna hit it so hard because it's gonna maybe hurt my wrist, fingers and all that stuff, yeah? So go ahead and whack them with the forearm. Boom. Okay, all right, time in.